Truthfully, Lu Jinian had never expected for anything to happen that night. Often, the more one cared, the more he would be careful, afraid that it would become a harmful transaction. Both Lu Jinian and Tian Hao were worried. The next morning, they both fretted about what to say to the other. In the end, they silently agreed to remain silent, seeing that the other had nothing to say. Some things were like Pandora's box, not meant to be opened. The next day, Lu Jinian came back to me in Ksha Garden. Even though both of them were curious about what the other party thought about the night before, they remained silent, following their usual night procedure. The beautiful memory was sudden, just like a dream. Neither was willing to break it. Deep inside their hearts, there were too many things at stake. Tian Hao was worried that the moment she said something, they would return to their previous state. Lu Jinian was worried that the moment he said something, she would ask for a reward. Neither was willing to taint the beautiful memory of the night before, even if it meant lying to themselves. To them who had carried a love for 13 years, the night before was a dream they were willing to protect for as long as they could. 3 days later, Alluring Times continued filming. When they returned to the set, they could not selfishly stay together every night as they wanted. 3 days before Ksujayama's birthday, a city scene had to be filmed. Hence, that night, instinctively, the both of them returned back to me in Ksha Garden after their work. That night, they had a passionate love-making. The next morning, Tian Hao didn't have any scenes, so she woke up late. After she washed up, Madame Chen had already prepared lunch. Tian Hao didn't see Lu Jinian, so she thought that he had left. After washing her hands, she was prepared to eat. Just then, Madame Chen said, "I'll go up to get Mr. Lu." "He didn't go out?" Tian Hao asked. "Mr. Lu's assistant came just now. The two of them are in the study room." Tian Hao nodded before seemingly thinking of something. She stood up. "I'll go get them. You can check on the soup." She reached the study room quickly. Before she knocking on the door, she could hear them talking through the small opening. "Next Friday, I have to go over to Kshu family. Remember to clear my schedule." "This Friday." His assistant paused momentarily before continuing. "Are you going to act as Mr. Kshu again?" Lu Jinian remained silent. "This Friday is Mr. X's birthday, but..." His assistant stopped before adding, "Isn't it also your birthday this Friday?" Tian Hao stood paralyzed. This Friday was Lu Jinian's birthday. Ever since they had known each other, Lu Jinian had never celebrated his birthday. In the past, she had asked Ksujayama if he knew Lu Jinian's birthday, but he had refused to tell her. "Mr. Lu, you're going to celebrate Mr. X's birthday, then what about your own?"